Hello and welcome to your West Ham Transfer Rumour show. Well, the first thing we're going to start with is not a rumour. It's confirmed, but not officially confirmed, but it's confirmed. Gonzo, he's a hammer. Darren Randolph is a hammer again. He's back.
Start with going back in time. We've been sucked into a vortex with old managers and old players. It's going to, be signing up Nigel Quasi and Modibo Maiga very soon. These are happy days, and Diafra Sacco's available if we want him as well. So it's all good. I don't know. I don't mind. Not too bothered, mate, to be honest with you. Bit disappointed for David Martin, but I can also appreciate. I do love that story. I love the David Martin story. I noticed, I think, actually on the West Ham official West Ham YouTube channel, they had a little clip with David sat down with his dad, and his dad and him were actually it's mostly his dad's talking, as us dads do, and saying what a lovely thing it was. It's a lovely story, but if David Moyes doesn't want him as backup, he's worked with he has worked with him before, hasn't he? He's worked with Randolph before.
I don't think so. I think Randolph left in 2016, I think, because we got... No, he didn't. I'll tell you why I know this, because I'm going to allude to this. You did a video earlier and you were talking about how Sullivan left comments on Snodgrass. Everybody's forgot Dan Randolph's comments. When Dan Randolph left, he basically said it was a race between me and Adrian to get out the club because the club were signing Joe Hart. So David Moyes didn't have him because David Moyes had Joe Hart. So that was a season. So Randolph left the summer before Moyes arrived. I actually think that what he said actually sums up. Back then, he was not good enough to be our number one, but he was too good to sit on the bench at West Ham. Now, given his career, he's getting a bit older now. I think he now is okay to sit on the bench at West Ham. I actually didn't really get this a week ago or so ago. I was thinking, what is the point of spending this money on a goalkeeper when we've got David Martin? One, perhaps David Martin's injury prone. Maybe they've discovered something with him or whatever, and they're thinking, hang on. And I do not blame David Moyes at all if he's had a look back at our videos for the last 10 games and thought there is absolutely no way.
The Hammers Chat videos.
Them as well. But if he's had a look at the results and stuff, and he's looked at Roberto and thought there's absolutely no way in this world am I having that guy in my goal. Not a chance. So he's basically said, I need a third choice keeper. Well, I need David Martin to be my third choice keeper. I need a second choice keeper in pronto. And so behold, like you said about how Borough owe us money, so they've also looked at it and thought, Borough need to sell, Borough owe us money, let's take advantage of their situation here and say, hello, do you want to knock off that 2-3 million, whatever it is you owe us? We'll chuck in $1 million or $2 million. We'll take our keeper back off you. He's not been playing recently because he's been injured. I mean, he still is injured. We're not going to see him on the bench for West Ham till the end of January, the start of February. How West Ham is that? Not only are you buying an old former player, you're buying an injured former player as well. I mean,
they're the best ones.
Yeah, possibly, maybe. But the homegrown thing as well. I think this deal makes sense when you take a step back and you ignore the transfer budget. I think that's important. Forget the transfer budget a minute. It's low cost. You're getting a homegrown keeper in. Roberto's now completely void. He's now out of the equation. You have to have 3 goalkeepers injured before you turn to Roberto. And even then, I don't think you can, because I don't think he's going to be registered anymore. So we can't even play him at any opportunity. It's a bit frustrating because we've now got a goalkeeper that are going to be paying the wages for a year and a half to literally do nothing. He's not going to play the under-23s because Danang is. It's funny, really. I just missed the complete... When David Martin got labelled as a training ground goalkeeper, I hated that. I really hated that. I thought it was really disrespectful. I thought it was completely false. Actually, that's now what Roberto is, because he literally can't play a game in the first team. So it's what it is. Anyway, Dan Randolph, welcome to West Ham United. Are you ready for some transfer rumours, though? Are you ready?
Oh, yes, definitely. 100%. Yes, please.
Well, I've got one that I know Gonzo won't know about, and I know it'll get Gonzo excited. It's not really been spoken about much, but I'm going to keep that to the end.
Oh.
Have you heard of Metis Zefan?
Who hasn't heard of Metis Zefan?
Okay, then what position does he play?
Oh, he like on the left, mostly on the left, Geo.
I'm not going to lie, you could have taken an educated guess here.
Well, I have done just 10. I guess.
He's a right back. He's 27 years old and he's free. He's got no club. So that's one of the rumours we're linked with, given
But is he injured and a former player? Because otherwise I'm not interested.
I'm not sure if he's injured, but he's definitely not a former player. Not that I'm aware of it anyway. So there's that rumour kicking about. Nzonzi, you'll remember him from Blackburn Rovers, went to Sevilla. I think he's he's in Turkey at the minute. We've been linked with him quite a few times ever since he was going to leave Blackburn. We were linked with him. Then he went to Stoke, went to Sevilla. Now he's over in Turkey. Linked with him as a certain midfielder. Tickle your fancy, or is he a bit?
Well, he's probably older than Paul McCartney, isn't he? He's been around a long, long time. Did he play for Stoke as well?
Yeah, Stoke and Blackburn.
Was a good player. When he was at Sevilla, they looked like there was going to be every chance he could go on and play for a top club. That people were sniffing around. The age profile worries me. It always does. What is he? Was he 30? Did you say 31?
I think he's about 29. Despite the fact that you think he's been around for ages, he has, but only because he came through at a young age. I always worry about the same thing. We get a 29-year-old. You think he's 29. Actually, you find out his birthday's in February. All the best birthdays are in February, of course. But you find out his birthday is then. And actually, you know what you've got is a 30-year-old. He has one good year, and then he gets injured, and then you've signed him up on a 5-year deal, and lo and behold, he can go and train with Jack Wilshere and Roberto. Possibly not. It depends how the deal was structured. It didn't cost as much money. If it was a 3-year deal and the transfer fee wasn't great, I think he is the sort of player we should be looking at. By the way, he is the type. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him as long as it's a short deal. And it just depends on the fee, really. Anything over 8 million, I'd get a bit nervous about a little bit. But he's definitely. We obviously, neither me or Gonzo have watched him since he went to La Liga. We obviously heard that he was doing really well and such like, but he couldn't be doing that well if he left. But yeah, I wouldn't be against that one. Joe Allen, the latest on Joe Allen, the rumour's not going away. But his rumoured price has sort of halved since we last spoke. It's now down to 7 million, the rumoured price tag. Does that now make it feasible at all?
So since we spoke about him, it's halved and gone down to 7 million?
Yeah. It was 15 when we spoke a couple of weeks ago, but it's now
we should speak again. We should speak again and get it down even further, certainly. No, even at 3.5, I don't want him, quite frankly. You couldn't give him away. I was on the forum earlier, and somebody's dragged up a post from a couple of years ago, and in the post, people are saying, "I hope we don't get that Joe Allen from a couple of years ago." Funny enough, and it was just quite funny. Someone regurgitated the post and brought it back to life, so to speak. No, I mean we mustn't. There's got to be. We've all heard the talk, or the rumoured talk, that David Moyes wants to copy the Red Bull model and all the rest of it. And even if he doesn't, he's not going to take risks. He's going to go and search the lower leagues for young players with potential. Not necessarily 15-year-olds, but, I'm talking 23-year-olds who are ready to go on and improve and do things. He likes what Wilder's doing at Sheffield United and so on and so forth. And maybe he likes we've seen Max Aaron's come through, and he wants to have a bit of that. Surely you can't do both. I mean, it's not like we desperately need experience. Mark Noble is experienced. Antonio's experienced. I don't have to go through the whole West Ham squad to tell you who's experienced. Anyone watching this knows the West Ham squad. I just don't think we need to do it. I don't want these journeymen.
I don't know if Joe Allen's a journeyman, though. He's been at Stoke for...
We just made a very short. It's taken a long time to make his journey.
he's been at Stoke years. He's about as committed a player you can get in the Premier League without looking at the likes of Mark Noble. But he's not someone. 7 million. He doesn't tickle my fancy either. It's a loan deal, I would say. Yeah, okay, but that's about it. I don't want him here next season, and that makes sense. Till the remainder of the season, get us out of trouble a little bit. Add a little bit of grit into that midfield. But that's all he would add. Just a little bit of toughness. We need more than that in the midfield. We've got plenty. We've got Robert Snodgrass who can add a little bit of bite in there. But we need people that can come in and bench Mark Noble and Robert Snodgrass. That's got to be the aim. Otherwise, what's the point? Randolph was bought as a backup because Fabianski doesn't need benched. We don't need to bench him. But we've got to be looking at Noble and Snodgrass in particular and saying you two are bench players from now on, and it's not their fault. They're just the other side of 30. They're both probably happy to accept sitting on the bench, playing now and again and stuff. They probably know that they can't play every single week, especially in the festive period and that. I mean, Mark Noble even did a column in the summer saying, I hope we get young players in. I mean, if that doesn't scream I'm getting old, I don't know what does. The last thing Mark Noble needs is someone that's about a year younger than him coming in to replace him. So no, it's no for me for Joe Allen. The thing is, David Moyes, while he alluded to the Red Bull thing, he also said if we have to get a 30-year-old in, then we're going to have to get a 30-year-old in. I think it basically means I'm not in charge of transfers, but if I was, I would go and get young players in. But you only get one chance. This is what frustrates me. You only got one chance to sign Maddison. Leicester went and done it. Last season, Max Aarons, Jamal Lewis over at Norwich, Buendia, these weren't secret players. No one went and got them. Now they've doubled, trebled in their prices. Even if they get relegated, doesn't matter. They're still worth over 20 million. Now you look at the Championship, you're looking at Calvin Phillips at Leeds, you're looking at Ferguson at West Brom, whose contract's going up at the end of the season, you've got Bogle at Derby, you've got these young players, Bowen at Hull, who's been touted at 18, 20 million. If he comes into the Premier League, he's 30 million, just like that, just because he's played in the Premier League. You only get one chance to get them. I just hate the fact that we sit on our hands a little bit. The funny thing is, a lot of people use the 16 million on fullbacks to bash the owners over the head with, yeah? In their tenure, they've only spent 60 million. I agree with that for right backs, but left backs I don't necessarily agree with, because I think Creswell's been a brilliant signing for 4.5 million. And 4.5 million is good business. The fact that we haven't spent that much money on the left back, but we've had this guy here for years, got called up to the England squad, and that is fantastic business. That's what you want. So it's under investment on one side, but good on the other. Anyway, moving on. Quick update.
So the exciting news now. That I'm going to be pleased
No,
about.
not yet. Sorry, I'm keeping that till the very end. Update on Barbosa. We don't really know. Chelsea came into the running. The rumours were Chelsea were sniffing around him, but Chelsea have gone back out the running. However, he's still adamant he's not going back to Inter Milan. He's basically saying, I'm not going there. You're going to have to give me a transfer somewhere. And we seem to be the front runner still, although there's not much noise that's been made about him all of a sudden, which is interesting. I do wonder, maybe that feeds into the Randolph thing. We need to get that deal first. Domino effect for non-homegrown players and such like. So wait and see on that one. West Ham have pretty much been confirmed by good sources that aren't West Ham sources. These are not West Ham in the nose. These are sort of scout in the nose. What are you shaking your head at? What do you know? One way to say?
I don't know. I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I'm
encouragement.
I'm invested in what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me about the scout. It's the Italian geezer, isn't it? On Twitter.
Yeah. Not Luca Magnotta, I know.
Not him. The scout.
You're right. You're right about this. It's been confirmed. Yeah. We had scouts over at Sampdoria against AC Milan to watch a centre back called Omar Colley. I don't know him. Do you know him?
No.
Centre back though, it's an interesting position, not someone being linked with. There's other rumours in Italy that West Ham have submitted a bid, and I'll take that with a pinch of salt, that we submitted a bid of some sort for Frank Kessie, the AC Milan centre midfielder. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I just told you who Sampdoria played. AC Milan. Kessie was playing in that game as well, so you do wonder if this centre back was a fake name a little bit. Just a little bit of geo thought out there for you. You're not going to admit who you're going to go scout, are you? Why you come to this game?
Did he even exist? Does this guy even exist? Did they just make the name up? Or?
Yeah, he exists. I've seen pictures, but I've not really checked if it's actually him or not. It could be another Ogbonna Obiang thing again. Remember when David Gold did his...
Classic.
So it could be another one of those. I mean, it could be Luca Magnotta that's going about, and I'm looking at him going, yeah, that's him. So, I mean, you're not going to... If someone says who you're way to scout at Sampdoria Milan, you're not going to turn around and say, oh, that actual guy that you're scouting, are you? You're going to throw one out there that's a bit obscure. So that's my thought. Keep an eye on that Kessie one. And then that leaves two more players. Someone else that played in that Milan game over in Italy again. All the rumours are coming from Italy here. We're being linked with someone I really liked. Testing Gonzo's knowledge here. Can you remember who I really liked? This time last season, actually. Because he moved this time last season. But I liked him prior to his move this time last season.
No, but as soon as you say it, I'll know.
It was a striker. There was two players I liked. Luka Jovic and... he's called the Gunman.
Sorry, I should have feigned injury then, shouldn't I? When you shot me over, no, I don't know.
Piatek, the Polish striker.
Oh, you did.
He went
Yes, you did like him
a year ago. Literally a year ago, he went from Genoa to AC Milan. He's done okay. But there's rumours are that they're looking to offload him for around about 32 million, which makes this a bit unbelievable. But a striker, would you like to see him at West Ham? Because you've poo-pooed Barbosa, you poo-pooed him, you poo-pooed Luka Jovic.
I can't see. Yes, if what you're saying is we get a Jetty in and we bring that fella in because he's a good finisher. He is a good finisher. He is good, but if I remember rightly, he's not the quickest player in the world, Piatek, and he's quite a big lad, isn't he?
He's a decent size. Yeah.
He's 6 foot plus. I mean, yeah, sounds remarkably similar to a player that we've already got at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not sure that would be the thing to do, and I certainly can't see us replacing a Jetty with a £30 million player. I just can't see it happening. So no,
I can't see it either. But it would excite me a little bit. I think he's a better finisher than Sebastian Haller. Even I do think he's a better finisher. Another club that is linked with him, which is a lot more likely should he leave AC Milan, is Aston Villa, because Wesley is out for the rest of the season. They need a striker, and they need a striker badly. But they've also got money. Villa do have money, so there might be that one. That leaves just one more rumour that I seen yesterday. It was a French source, and they said that we had a bid rejected for a centre midfielder.
Oh yeah.
But we have to up our offer to 30 million if we want him. Morgan
Sanson.
That's the one.
Sanson. Oh, my boy. Yes. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, that would be very exciting.
Is he worth 30 million?
I don't think he's having quite as good a season, that being said. But I do think he's a talented player. I do think he's what we need. He offers that. He does a bit of everything. He really does a bit of everything. He can pass. He can tackle. He can run. He's quite athletic. Got a good engine on him. Again, a good size for the midfield. He's not a giant, but I think he's 5'11", 6 foot, something like that. His goal scoring record is particularly good. But the few games I've seen him play, because he played for Marseille, and I was sort of crying at the loss of Dimitri Payet, and we were linked with that Thovan. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I was looking and I was watching the game. Hold on, what about this fella here? This geezer's decent, and he was pinging shots off the post and having lots of shots from midfield and whatnot. So I really liked him from what I saw of him. Is he worth 30 million? Probably not. Do we have 30 million? Probably not. Is he a lot better than Joe Allen? Most certainly.
Yeah, I still don't know much about him. Gonzo bangs on about him all the time anyway, but I don't watch French football, as I keep telling you on this channel, I'm afraid. I almost want him just for you, to be honest with you. It's got to the point I think was, please shut him up, just get him, please just sign him. And so if he is bad, I can mug Gonzo off, but if he's good, then great.
Do you know what it is? I watch such little football. I'm a football when I see someone. It's not like I've watched a whole European game and out of all the teams in Europe, he's my pick. I'll tell you who else I'd seen before he signed and I was really gutted was Ndombele. I'd seen him play, and then Tottenham signed him, and I thought, well, this is going to be the geezer this season. I thought he'd be the best midfielder in the Premier League, and you barely see him, so it shows you how much I know.
Yeah, well, that's the rumours. When we used to do a cup of tea, I say used to do a cup of tea, we still do a cup of tea, but I don't know, what was it, 2 years ago or something? We used to get a question every week from Sam at West Ham London. Do you remember the question?
Yeah, I do.
Rate the transfer window so far out of 10. Now this continues, so we're going to bring that back between now and then, the transfer window. Are you happy so far? What's it out of 10? We've got signing Randolph, should be announced tomorrow. No one's left, so
none. I'm getting none out of 10. We've not signed anyone. Well, all right, we signed Randolph, but that doesn't count. We got millions of keepers. No, listen, we'll keep doing it. Have we sold? Yeah, I guess I better be higher than that, because once we sell Diop, I've got to go down. We can't do minus figures, I guess. So let's go 3, and then when we sell Diop, I can go 0, and then we bring this imaginary Sampdoria centre back in.
I'll say a 3 as well. It's an alright start, but a lot needed. But I'm very aware that if rumours are true, we've still got 20 million sitting there, and I think that's a decent budget if you spend it correctly. You can do a lot of damage for 20 million if you spend it correctly, and therein lies the problem. Anyway, Gonzo, any other rumours that you've seen? But now think this through before you answer, please.
No, after last time, I'll never say yes again, quite frankly.
Are you sure? You haven't seen us linked to anyone from Breaking Bad or Suits or anything?
I've got a firewall now. There's two things I won't do. I won't read out
Mike Ross.
Two names. I won't read out two names on the live chat. I'll only go do one name because then I can't do, read out. Oh, Tess Tickles wants to know who's going to play at centre forward for us. So I'm not doing that. And I'm not speaking about transfer rumours anymore. You tell me. I don't tell you. Just in case I get
the funny thing is you don't
Carlton cold.
The funny thing is you don't normally pipe up, and then the one rare occasion you do, you've been mugged right off. Anyway, I enjoyed it. The viewers enjoyed it, and hopefully they enjoyed this one.
Actually, I quite enjoyed it.
If you enjoyed it though, do drop a like on the video. We will be back tomorrow night, Wednesday evening, with our preview of this Sheffield United fixture, as it's a Friday night kickoff. We were hoping to do a cup of tea tonight, but our live stream function is still not back. We're not allowed to do it until this copyright strike from Sunday has been resolved. However, quick update, the people that run the account is helping us as much as they can. They have sent me evidence that they've contacted YouTube to tell them to get rid of any claim on our video and stuff. So it's in the hands of YouTube. All we can do is wait, but when it's back, we'll be doing a cup of tea. Looking forward to it. Until then, we'll catch you in a bit. Just want to say a massive thank you from myself and Gonzo to everybody that has donated so far to our Patreon account. The link is in the description below if you wish to contribute. Has all the benefits of contributing to the Hammers Chat Patreon account as well. And we'll catch you in a bit.